right coronary artery. So this is my catheter coming down from the wrist. The black stuff here is the dye. And this artery doesn't look too bad. It's got a little area here that is wider than normal. But then he's got just kind of diffuse, lumpy, bumpy plaque. Nothing that is severe.
Okay.
And this is the artery that goes to the bottom wall of the heart. Now on the left side, he has a left main, and the left main here actually looks okay. I thought maybe this was going to be bad, and that was why they had told him he needed surgery.
The widowmaker.
Yeah, this is the circumflex, the one that goes down the side of his heart. It's got about a 50% blockage here in the mid circumflex. I did do a little stress test of that where I put this wire past that blockage, and the wire checks the pressure drop from here to here. And this is not severe. This is not bad enough to need to be fixed.
Okay.
Now, the other artery though, the LAD, this is the one that goes down the front of the heart. He's got kind of a succession of blockages here. So little one here, little one here, little one here, and then again about a 50%er right there where the artery turns down.
What's the black part?
That's where the artery is just coming towards
Okay.
you. So I did that stress test again of the LAD. So I put the wire down about here. One of these has the wire, there it is. And see, this blockage looks a little bit worse in this view. And this one actually is severe. So this one is bad enough to need to either be bypassed or stented. Now the big story though is actually the valve, and the valve that lets blood out of the heart is called the aortic valve. It's about right here. So I checked the pressure drop from in the aorta to inside the pump, and the valve is severely narrowed. That's what's called aortic stenosis. That's probably the bigger issue more so than this coronary artery disease. That's the blockage in the artery.
Right. And the lighter the color, the blockage.
No, you'll see the valve actually better if you look at this. This is his echo. So this is the ultrasound of his heart that will show us his function as well as his valves. And let me show you. Okay. So see this valve right here? So this valve is letting blood from the heart out to the body. And this valve should be opening up wide. And see how it's just kind of barely opening right in here? So this is the aortic valve. It looks like a Mercedes sign or a peace sign. It has 3 leaflets to it. 1, 2, 3. But it does not open very well at all. So you can see it here. The hole right there is what he's getting blood out to the body with each heartbeat. So this is the biggest issue, because this is a physical blockage to flow. There's no medicine that's going to make this better.
Right.
This valve has to be replaced.
Okay.
And it can either be replaced in one of 2 ways. You can either cut him open and cut out the old valve and sew in a new valve, or you can go from the leg and put a new valve inside this valve. So you crush the old valve up out of the way, and you leave a new valve in its place, made out of cow tissue. Those things can be done here, but they can also be done in Shreveport.
Okay.
So I think the biggest issue is that we know now what he has, and he needs definite intervention if he doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
And I think the options are either he has open heart surgery, they replace the aortic valve, and they bypass that artery to the front wall, or he has what's called a transcatheter aortic valve, TAVR, from the leg, and we stent the artery to the front wall. That's the less invasive option.
Yeah.
Now those can be done in Shreveport as well as here.
Okay.
So I think if the thought is he's got better support in Shreveport and he has a cardiologist there, then we'll burn these on CD, give them to you guys, and you take them back to her and say, hey, this is what we got. Now what do we do next? Got it?
Do that.
Okay, so good.